What it was is, she was saying there was a chair there. She said the chair was blocking the fan, and I guess he doesn't know what that means. Why is it? Toothache. Oh my goodness. MJ here for Taiwan Live TV. We're at Wenwen's at the fried chicken place, and it's kind of colorful. I got one of my batik shirts on. I'm drinking some rum. It's 33 or something. Eye socket, and I never knew what that was. I heard about it before, but now I know. And they put some zinc oxide in it that has ethanol, I think it's called. Anyway, it's basically in Chinese they call dingxiangyo, which is clove oil, oil of clove, and it releases the oil of clove. And I've had, like, the last week has been great. The doctor took it out yesterday. He says you should only need it for about 2 weeks. Okay, guess what? Today it really started hurting. I went back to the clinic and he wasn't there. Ugh. So I probably won't be able to see him till tomorrow. Now we have a local product, but it's not the same. They call it, it has like 4 or 5 other essential oils that the doctor said don't really do anything. It's clove oil that does it. But it, menthol and eucalyptus and all this other stuff, chamomile oil and things. I guess they taste good stuff, but who cares? So anyway, because I've got this toothache, I'm not feeling too good. I'm not taking ibuprofen. I've done enough liver damage, I think, for once. I'm at Wenwen's, and I got my favorite chocolate almonds, but I also got some deep fried foods, and you know it, folks. You know it. Big cockroach. Oh, oh, oh. Missed him. Bootsy. She's saying there's a lot. Okay. Bootsy sauce. Now, let me go in the back camera. This is fried tofu, and then green beans, and then we got squid tentacles, and then this is the chicken pie over here. So I'm just gonna do this, guys. Look, and this is what you got to do when you got Bootsy. Just put some Bootsy on everything, and you spill a little bit on the side there, so you can use it, you know, to mop it up. So there it is, Bootsy sauce. Now, here we are, folks. Toothache is on this side. I got the other side I can enjoy the Bootsy with. So here we go. This is a piece of deep fried soft tofu. Oh. Don't want to get on my back. Oh, wow. I said hi everyone on YouTube, D-Live, and Periscope. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Look at this. Honestly, that can make me forget. Hey, Coco, how are you? All right, nice to see you. Oh, you know what I did? I lowered my on my screens on my phone to display. I made the font smaller, so now it's hard for me to see that. Boy, hope it's the same for you guys. Thank you for joining on YouTube, Coco. Now this is the chicken pie. They call it Shangji pie, and that's good enough to take a moment. Now the lady who's running the deep fried stuff told me tonight. I went over and opened the cake. Oh no, wrong. I said there's no bacon wraps. He said they all went bad because on the refrigerator box, the chiller went bad. And so anyway, they replaced all the food that went bad, and they got ice in it now. Haven't fixed it yet, so I gotta tell you, if you guys want to try something delicious, let me show you this close up. I'm gonna try something delicious. Let's see, there you go. This is deep fried soft tofu. Look at that, with bootsy sauce on it. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is like off the charts. Whoa. Hey. Hello to you and friends. I know. You got to though, because you got. I mean, the thing is, right? Is you got to keep going. Nice to see you, Bella. Thanks for joining. You got to eat. Now, what I did was, let me show this because I don't drink this very often. Everybody knows about Old Monk. I haven't had a bottle of this in a long time. Old Captain. This is a Filipino rum that I found in Jubei at actually in Cinchu City. No, in Jubei, and it's $10 for that bottle. So I went and got it. But these are some of the squid tentacles. These are the squid tentacles. Oh, good. Better make it a good one, right? Better stay off. Now I'm avoiding eating on that side, because that's where it is. Bella, I got a teeth extraction, dry socket, and boy, does it hurt. But I'm feeling better already, and maybe it's all the, I don't know, maybe it's the pH of the bootsy. But here we go. There's some green beans. Here's what I want to do. In a few minutes, I want to do something else. There was a molar for which there was not a matching top. So my dentist, he's been matching my occlusal plane. He's really good. He's very scientific, and he's finally matched my occlusal plane. But what it is I had a tooth that just didn't have a match for it. My favorite, chocolate almonds. So one of my few indulgences. I'm going to, believe it or not, yep, I dipped it in bootsy sauce. Pretty amazing, gotta say it. Pretty amazing. The flavor combinations that you can come up with. Now, funny, Bella, but you're on my list here. Yeah, I wanted to say something. I wanted to thank people here. Okay. These are teeth that match. These are teeth that don't match. I did not have a top tooth to match the bottom tooth, so he took the bottom. That's the only way I can do it is with a graphic. All right, here we go. I have a lot of really amazing followers, faithful followers, and I have no idea why, but they seem to like watching me, and I really appreciate it. And those of us in the late night group, the regulars, you know, by no means inclusive, but David Osaka, Casper, we got, you know, 2 deans in the group, Matthew, Coco, just everybody in this group and the regulars, including Ken Rod. I'm going to talk about in the bottom. So, implant both. Okay, without looking at my x-rays and without looking at anything else, that's the recommendation. Well, they're not chipped in any way. I live in a country where implants are actually quite cheap, but he didn't recommend it. Okay, now if I may continue. You're actually on this list. My regular followers, plus got some new followers like Sinta, which means love in Indonesian. Boy, Lewis, Judy, I appreciate. I don't know who you folks are, but you've been following me on Periscope. Of course, there's Andy, you know, from Andy from Malaysia, and Bella, you're right here, New York City, Archie. I really appreciate it. I see all you folks in the replays. There's somebody that I have no idea who this lady is. Sozo.com. I see you in every single replay. I see your name in every single replay, and I appreciate it. I just want you to know I appreciate it. I have no idea who you are. Apparently, you've never sent an actual message, you know, in real time. But I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's like I can bet money and you're going to be there. So I appreciate it. Leo is very frequent replay viewer. Tom Hess, Donna Melanson, of course. Everybody knows Donna, right? And I had the pleasure of meeting Donna and her husband Mike in Boca Raton when I went there in 2017. When I met, it's 2018 when I met Steve from Florida, who unfortunately passed away earlier this year. And the camera doesn't do justice to Donna. Actually, Donna reminds me a lot of my sister Janet. Teresa from Thailand, everybody knows Teresa. And Taiwan birds, that's interesting. There's a channel called Taiwan Birds, and they watch me a lot. So I want to say, 谢谢你们. Let's talk about Ken Rod. Now, sorry, I just gotta eat. Why do we love Ken Rod? We love Ken Rod because he's not a professional broadcaster. And it's really amazing because that coffee company, thank you, I appreciate it. That coffee company that is sponsoring him did a good thing. Because here's the thing. And he doesn't come on really slick. He's an amateur. He does amateur editing and stuff. He drops things. He says the wrong thing. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. See, people look at Ken Rod. This is a guy just like only most people say, "Oh, I could never get on camera and say anything." But he's doing it. He's doing it. And the interesting thing is, I think he's doing a really good job at it. And so what you guys really need to do is follow Ken Rod. I was encouraging Ken to do a playlist so that people could find him and find his coffee reviews. That's the thing. What is going on? What is going on? That's the thing that I wanted to encourage him to do was do a playlist for the coffee review. Sorry, I'm trying to figure something out here on my other device. So yeah, next time you guys see Ken Rod, encourage him because he loves comments and he'll like review anything that you want him to review. Like the other day he did like something I never even heard of, where people are apparently using cereal milk to put in their coffee. Something I never would have thought of, and it was pretty entertaining. Sorry, we've encountered a loading error. This is Periscope on my second device. See, sorry, we've encountered a loading error. Story of my life. I do not know what's going on. I'm trying to see my own broadcast on Periscope, and Oh, so much for that. I don't know what's going on, but Periscope is, well, Jeff Goldberg said it, what, 3 years ago, 2 years ago? Periscope is dead. Yep, it's kind of like a vine. You cut it, and then it turns brown over time. I don't know what's going on. Let's get back to the food. So anyway, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody. If you get a chance, you know, watch Ken, because he's a regular person, not a professional broadcaster, and you can trust the commentary of someone like that. He's not getting paid to say anything. Now I'm gonna put some more of this sauce on the side, and this is my second bottle. You guys know when this came, right? It came about 3 weeks ago. Thanks, Dean. I appreciate it. Our Periscope numbers are way down, though. Where I used to get, you know, 2, 3, 4,000, sometimes 9, 10,000. I'm getting like 9 or 10. Okay, thanks. Dean, how you doing? I mentioned your name. I said the 2 Deans. Good. Okay. I did a test on DLive today. Thank you. That's Coco's incognito name. Did a test on DLive today, and it's working. But DLive is proving to be excellent. DLive is proving to be kind of unreliable. All those Willow, Michigan. Good to hear. Was it starting to get cold yet? And let me ask you, Dean, where you are, about when do you start getting snow? Nice night here. Gotta admit. I think it's just Ken Rod. But maybe you should do a page on his on his channel page. Maybe you should call it Coffee with Ken Rod. But I'm pretty sure it's just Ken Rod. But playlists help a lot, because at the end of the video when they put the little blocks on that you can click on, if you have a playlist, then you can tell your listener, your viewers that to check to click the playlist. Oh, I see. Okay, really? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Coco. Really? So at the end of October? Wow, that is early. Unfortunately, see, kids love snow. My kid, Phoenix, he's talking about, Papa, can you go see snow? Can we go see snow? I'm like, yeah, it's fun to play, but that's not fun to shovel. It's not fun to drive in, So, my parents were from Buffalo, and my grandparents actually lived outside of Buffalo in a little town called Cheektowaga, and I remember that there were times when the snow, they had a one-story house, and the snow, the level was up to the roof of the house, and they had to dig a tunnel to get the car out. Because Great Lakes, the lake effect, so-called lake effect. So yeah, it can be brutal up there. So talking with you guys, and eating my bootsy, my almonds, drinking a little bit of Old Capitan, not Old Monk, Old Capitan. This is great, guys. I'm forgetting all about my toothache pain. Thank you so much. And so if you're just joining, you have to watch the replay when I read off some names of some of the folks that have been really loyal, as far as watching replays and so forth, and I really appreciate that. All right. So, nice big old piece of white onion hanging off of there. Oh yeah. Now, I talked with Andreas today. We've both been so busy, and this is a short week because of the Mid-Autumn Festival, and that's actually a holiday. Now we're going down to Kaohsiung over the weekend, not because of the Mid-Autumn Festival, because it's my wife's anniversary, or husband's anniversary, my wife's mother's anniversary. Yes. That's a good one. Absolutely. This is the doctor that I needed tonight. It's my wife's parents' anniversary. And so we're going to go down for the weekend. So I'll try to find some time to scope from my usual spot down by the channel. You know what I'm talking about, you guys? That'll be nice. But I don't think I'll have time to go to the Cowboy Bar, although I should insist, because the last several times that I've been down there, I have not gone. And I was looking at a scope that I did, just last night I was looking at a scope that I did last year, was it? Or maybe even more than that, at the Cowboy Bar. It's fantastic. And Johnson, the owner, gave me this, he gave me a sample of a $500 bottle of whiskey. It's amazing. So we're going to go down to Kaohsiung. I have scoped the high-speed rail enough. I don't think I need to do it again. And there are connectivity issues, but if I get enough requests, I would certainly be willing to do it. I don't like to do the same thing over and over and over, except for this. I do this all the time. So Coco, what have you been up to? Because Phoenix asked too, because we like your and the last things that you've done, I've showed her. But seriously, even you just email me some pictures with some photos, that would be amazing. Have you guys seen Coco's Kitchen? Everything, first of all, the color is white. And it's absolutely spotless. So on camera, it looks primo. Because everything is white, the light reflects, and it's all, you know, nice and... Okay, we can do that. Hey, Matthew. No problem at all. I'm just telling you the way it is. So, like a studio, when I was a young man and newly married, one of my friends was the famous artist Clarence Washington, and this one was with my first wife. And Clarence invited my wife and I over to his studio so he could do some charcoal of us. This is another story. One of them is in the Boston Museum of Fine Arts. Made Lawn of the Month. Well, that doesn't surprise me based on the periscopes that I've seen of your house from your neighborhood. Doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, you could probably win Kitchen of the Year. But Clarence's studio was all white. So, oh really? That is cool. I love it. That's fantastic. Did they give you a little plaque that you can, you know, with a spike on it, you can stick in the grass, man? I'm just asking. That would be fun. That would be cool. That would be funny. That'd be cool, though. I would. I'd stick it right there in the front. Was he took spray paint and spray painted the whole room white, including the windows, but the sun could still come through the windows. So the whole room was this beautiful soft white. And that's what Coco's Kitchen reminds me of. It's perfect for video, it'd be perfect for TV. Number one. Number two, I have no idea how this. I've never seen a kitchen like Coco's where there was stuff cooking and ingredients, you know, in several areas and places, and not a speck of, like, not one drop of anything like spilled or out of place or anything that could be considered like dirt that you might want to clean. Not that it's dirt, but you know what I mean. Just oh, well, there you go. You got the gift certificate. Okay, that's better. Sometimes, like, when you deserve a raise, they give you a title, right? Oh, we're gonna make you the assistant supervisor. So just press the red button. Just press the red button. Fantastic. We miss them too. Seriously, you must spend, 50% of the time that you're cooking must be cleaning, because I have no idea. Because when I cook something, the hazmat team has to come in afterwards because the state declares it a disaster area when I'm done cooking. I'm in my kitchen. I talked to Danny on Sunday, and he's doing make sure that you get some. It's time. We're almost there. I know I've been talking about this for a while. We're almost there, okay? After all the build-up, it's not a disappointment, but I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. But what I was saying was, I'm banned from my kitchen. My wife doesn't like me in there. Yeah, and it does. And the thing about the white color, because if the color is like similar to the spill, so we can tell. We love it too. We need a new channel, Coco's Kitchen. Actually, Danny from Bootsy, right? The Bootsy boss. He's seen your stuff because I told him all about you, and he thinks you're great. He thinks you got a great. I told Danny, I said, she's got a great down-home presentation, and he totally agreed. So yeah. Anyway, we've been talking about this long enough. We got to get this sauce launched now. It's going to happen. They got a factory from what it was making over, to making sauce. But in the meantime, he's going to do another production run, an outsourced run. But it's all the same, no matter what, as long as you adhere to the recipe. And I have the recipe, but I'm not going to make it. All right, now I want to talk about Andreas for a second, because I know I'm going in this big circle. Mid-Autumn Festival, it's a short week. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your patience. The brewery has a meeting room, a tasting room. And Andreas said, and do whatever we want for taste tests on a live stream. So there's two things that I want to do. I want to do a live stream of parts of the brewery that they want to show. And I think the owner, Simon, might want to come on and say hi, introduce himself. But Andreas is the mastermind for the beer, right? So we're going to go around. It's live TV, I'm burping. We're going to go around, and he's going to introduce us to various aspects of the brewery. And then we're going to go to the taste testing room, and I want to introduce Andreas to Bootsy with some of these Taiwan style delicacies. I want to get his opinion and see what he thinks, and then we're going to taste test some beer, and it would be my goal to see if, you know, what Andreas thinks about matching some, you know, the sauce with the beer, finding a beer to match the sauce, basically, like that. Now, everything is possible, and we have arrangements in place for all sorts of interesting combinations of, you know, of permutations of business. But Andreas can do a cinnamon flavored beer for me, late night beer. Can also do a special. So what I'm going to be discussing with Andreas and with Danny back in the States is some kind of a package that folks can order that will give them so much Bootsy sauce and so much of Andreas's beer recommendation in a single package. That would be really incredible. Yeah, that's what we'd ultimately like to do. Can't get much better than that. And next year, we're going to be offering up the music. That's going to be the fun part, is the music. Now, with somebody who's watching on Periscope, tell me, what do we got for Periscope numbers? Because I know about what we have for YouTube. I'm not into numbers. What it is and I just want to know where it's at. You know what I mean? I mean, they got rid of the bots and stuff, but overall, everybody's numbers are down. And just want to know. Now, the other I've been really busy in the studio, but one of the things I'm some Taiwan Live TV replays, 30-minute excerpts of previous shows that we've done, like when we went to the Buddhist monastery, and, like, you know, certain night markets and certain, you know, epic broadcasts that we've had in the past that we can do excerpts of. And so I'm going to be looking forward to doing that. If I can get enough of those in the queue, then that can be a regular thing. And people like that. People like to watch replays. And especially on YouTube, because you can comment later on it, you know, and you can comment later too on DLive. Now, if anyone is watching on DLive, this area up here is where the DLive comments will come from. They will come down from the top. Now, take a minute here. If you'd like to send email, go to taiwanlive.tv and use the pull down for the menu, find the late night show, or you can just send a message, late night. It's spelled out LATENIGHT at TaiwanLive.tv. My sponsor is iVideo.com.tw, and they have provided me with this fantastic battery bank Wi-Fi box. You can plug your phone into it and charge. This thing lasts all day long. 24 hours is no problem for this battery bank. It's great when traveling because you don't have an opportunity really to charge too much when you're taking a flight to a foreign country. iVideo.com is available basically around the world. So iVideo.com.tw, depending on the platform on which you're watching, it's either in the description or in the profile, the URL, and you can get a 10% discount code every single time you use the product, not just the first time. This is great. If you're a repeat user, keep using that discount code. Many people have taken advantage of it because the amazing thing is they have negotiated contracts with network providers around the world, and they're often less expensive than the people get living in the country. So if you're an expat in a foreign country and you're having trouble with your contract mobile phone internet service, that might be the solution. I'm pretty sure it will be. Okay. I'm going to ask Didi here. Didi means little brother. I'm going to ask Didi for something. I'm speaking Chinese. Ice. Sorry. This is how bad it is. This is how bad it is for me. I just choked trying to find the word ice. What came into my mind was Bing Kuai, which is Chinese, then Nam King, which is Thai, and then ice, which is English. Okay. Didi. Didi. Hello. Didi. 可以拿一壶那个冰块吗？有。哪里吗？哦，一半，这么多，谢谢。He's Vietnamese, so his Chinese is not native, neither is mine. I said, could you grab a pitcher of ice? And over here, he said, we have it. And so I told him half a pitcher, because I don't need that much. So there you go. Yeah. So many languages around here, just this neighborhood. If you sit here in this neighborhood, you will hear. There's a, of course, on the other side is, Andreas. There's a woman and her boyfriend here from Ukraine. They speak English, Ukrainian, and Russian. Okay. This is what he got me. There's myself here. And you guys maybe remember me talking about Renee. Johnson, he's going to give me some little time. You heard me talk about Renee. Renee's never been on camera. He's kind of shy, but Renee's from Switzerland, so he's English, German, French, and okay. So you would, if I have my way, I'm going to design and implement a tour in 2020, the MJ Tour. I'm going to personally accompany everybody, and we're going to see the mountains and the hot springs and everything else you've heard me talk about. And I'm going to take you to some of the iconic places that you've seen us stream so you can see for yourself, including dinner here for everybody. It'd be fantastic. Anyway, so with the Philippines have I think it's 1,007 islands or something. I don't know how many hundreds of languages. But here in this neighborhood, you hear Tagalog, you hear Locarno, you hear all kinds of Filipino dialects, but mostly Tagalog. And then you'll hear Vietnamese here, and next door and on the other side, Thai, and then of course, language hodgepodge, smorgasbord, if you will. And the interesting thing is all you have to do is just listen and you pick stuff up. And because my wife, for example, is constantly amazed at how I know any Spanish words. But I'm like, honey, I'm from America, and Spanish is a very, very common language in America. Everybody can, count at least at least a 5. Everybody can say stuff like, thank you and, stuff like that in Spanish and maybe, even the days of the week or something like that or whatever. And she's like, really? I go, yeah. But here in Taiwan, a common language is Japanese because people watch Japanese television. And even Phoenix, my daughter, she watches Detective Conan and these other Japanese programs, and she has an amazing vocabulary in Japanese. It's like just from watching TV, it's amazing. So I haven't actually tried to pick up Vietnamese, but I picked up a lot of Thai. Of course, JL is the Thai master because, he lived there. And a lot of people may not know this, but JL was actually a rock star in Thailand in his youth. And when we went to the place next door, you guys remember that classic trip in 2018, January? All the scopers came when we sang karaoke upstairs. We took JL next door to the boss lady, and he told her his name. Now, she's close to my age, and she knew who he was. And I was like, whoa. And because I walked in, and I speak to the boss lady, and I said, I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine. And she sees another, white guy, right? And she's, okay, so who's this guy? And he addressed her in perfect, almost accentless Thai, and she almost dropped her cooking pan, and so, and then when they were done, when she was done with cooking all of our dishes and all finished with us, and it was talking, it was amazing. So JL is the man with Thai, but I know enough Thai just from working with these Thai bands. I was saying this is like a few minutes ago, the word for ice in Thai popped in my head, and it's like, wow. I get up sometimes, though. I think most people do if they live in a multilingual environment. Like, what happens is, what happened to me today was typical. I was at a breakfast place with my wife. Fantastic breakfast stuff. I should actually photograph that for the late night group. Some of the Taiwan breakfast foods are fantastic. And in my tour, we will definitely be eating those foods. But I wanted to ask them if they had any sugarless tea. And I walked up, and of course they're looking at me, and they expect that I can't speak English. Chinese, I'm going to speak English. But for a second, my brain locked up. And I don't know why, because I clearly know how to say, you have tea without sugar. We say no sugar tea. We just say wu tang cha. So it just took me a second. But sometimes I get in kind of like a freeze. Don't know why that is. But I've heard other expats talk about that. I've been in other language environments, like when I was in Montreal, visiting my friends and my fans up there years ago. They would very kindly switch to French for me. Once in a while, aside from talking to me, they would say something in French, so they would turn to me and speak French. I'm like, which is funny because I could read the French and the signs in Montreal. And my wife would say, what does it mean? It goes, well, it means no crossing or beware or something. But I sure couldn't say it if I had to. I couldn't actually pronounce those words, so. I want to welcome our new viewers on YouTube. And on Periscope. And when we're all done, we're going to check D Live and and see if in fact we made it to D-Live. All these platforms, so many platforms coming out, but they all seem to be the same titillating kind of thing, promising girls with large bouncing breasts dancing in hot pants. Well, thanks, Coco. I know you're busy. I appreciate you hanging in so long, but yeah, it reminds me of that. I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry. Live TV, but we'll be right back. Sorry. Sure, if you want to. That'd be cool. Listen, I like D-Live. It has great video. You can't, edit the title later. That's okay, because with Restream, I can, oh, nice. Oh, I gotta tell you about the nut butter, because you can see that. Nancy, how are you? This is my sister. Nancy, how are you? How are you and your husband, Tom? How you guys doing? So, Coco, you didn't know this, but, oh, you did? Okay. I like D-Live. The video is really good. It's just that it seems like they don't have their act together as a platform yet, but who knows. We made some nut butter the other day with almonds, walnuts, macadamia nuts, and black sesame. Yeah, that was the fourth thing, black sesame. And I posted pictures in the late night group, and it was fantastic. So Nancy, and for those of you who just joined, this is the last little bit of the second bottle of Bootsy sauce that I got. I got to save the third bottle for when we do a taste test with Andreas at the brewery next week. So we're going to find out what Andreas does. He's the German brew master, and he actually is brewing. He's actually brewing German-style beers here in Taiwan, right here in the industrial park. And we're going to do a taste test with Bootsy. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put Andreas on the spot. He's not watching. I'm going to put him on the spot and ask him to try to find a beer to match the sauce. That's going to be fun. So we'll announce that on Twitter beforehand. Let me say, my toothache's going away. But let me go in the back camera and show you deep fried tofu. Hey, there you are. Yeah, it is nice and clear, isn't it? And this is squid tentacles and beans, and that's the deep fried chicken. What you're finding out, Coco, is that indeed that D-Live platform is really good, and the I don't know. Are they a good custodian of the video? I don't know. See, that's why I think that ultimately video is sharper. Yes, it is. Actually, Coco, you just, because what I'm going to do is I am going to move this. I'm going to move this down. Message that you send will be down a little bit from the top. See, I don't get D-Live messages that often. So when I put the chat boxes, when I position them, Who knows? That was up kind of high, but yeah, the video is very, very, very sharp. And sending it from Restream. No problem. It's not choking. But I do think that ultimately what we have to do is bring back broadcast somehow. You know what I would love to do? I absolutely would love to have Catch back. Remember Catch? The back end for Periscope, that Periscope was too stupid to realize that they should have bought instead of killing. Yeah, the back end that would allow people to build websites and platforms on Periscope that could make money for them and for the platform. But no, Twitter's greed with wanting to own your content and monetize it for themselves, and then they give you a little token with these super hearts and stuff and make you think, you know, oh, you're special because you're a VIP. Remember what I said earlier about giving you a title instead of a... Anyway, you guys have no idea. PEE. Every single day and every single night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, people with the Shopee app that have online stores are selling stuff out of their house or out of a little shop somewhere using live streaming. Women have all these racks of clothing. They take them out and they'll have a model, put them on, and they show you, this is what it looks like, this is what, you know, the shape of it is, and the color and everything, and how it fits. And they talk about fit issues and stuff. Or it might be somebody selling jewelry. So, what's the setting on... Oh, actually, that didn't. Hang on. Okay. I think you said the... It might be. It might be. I'm broadcasting at 720 and 3000 kbps, which is kind of a middle of the road, excuse me, stream, because I don't want to overwhelm it, but I am at, 29.97 frames a second, 30 frames a second. The reason I had to look up, because it's at the top of my screen, right under. There we go. It is. It's very clear. It is very clear. But you know what I miss? Really? But Coco, Coco's not experiencing that, right? Coco, you're not experiencing the buffering. Most of the time, buffering is on the receiver's end. Okay. Well, that kind of was the story. I'm just saying that what I really miss is the broadcast voice messages where people could send a voice message. So, okay, cool. Yeah, it is the one that counts, but you can't blame the broadcaster, can you? I got a full speed connection here. I'm out in the open. So, yeah. Right. Okay. Of course the one that counts. So, it's my settings. It's Y-O-U''RE. Really? If that's the case then, and I assume you're what? An engineer? Then why is it Restream shows no dropouts? And why is it that Periscope, Africa TV, and YouTube all have full resolution and no dropouts? Anyway. So, we're almost down to the end of the chicken. Almost down to the end. Ah, get over here. So anyway. Yeah. That's what it looks like. So we're just playing video games. Folks are bored. Oh yeah. Thank you. Coco, thanks for testing, because I have to go back and change the font color, because I used to put boxed text with a white background, but I got rid of the white background, but I need to change the text color. And this is squid tentacles here. Yeah, deep fried squid tastes bad. See, I gotta do that so I can see what you're saying. Sorry about that. No. There's no way it makes those strawberries taste bad. No. No way. I gotta change that text back to white. I hate when I do dumb stuff like that. So I'm not infallible. That's for sure. Anyway, here we go. I just hate people who can't spell your. There, and there. When I went to hunting school in New Hampshire, and yes, there is such a thing, hunter education. The last day, we had a test. And it was a test just written by an ordinary guy who was, volunteered to be the instructor. But it was very, very, very difficult for me to read with the juxtapositioning of THERE with THEIR and THEY''RE. It's like, anyway. And I was thinking that YOUR for you are is so ingrained now in the younger generation that I think in a few short years that's going to become the norm. Like you are. Literally you are. And probably just be in the dictionary. Which can be, either a contraction, you are, or possessive meaning, you know, belonging to you. So, I don't know what to tell you. But it's just crazy. And the problem is, you guys have all seen YouTube videos where particularly radical people try to make points, and it's clear they're not even fluent. Thank you, Coco. We see it up there. Thank you. And they're not even fluent in English. I remember one time I saw this post that said "Proud Mommy Moment," where a woman said, "I'm so proud of my daughter because she got this right." And she said, "I'll have what they're having." T-H-E-I-R. I'll have what they're having. That is squid tentacles. And look at that. What we do here in Taiwan is when we're deep frying stuff, we throw a little bit of that holy basil in. And that basil, actually this is I think what they call 9 towers. And this basil hits the deep fried oil just for like a minute. Not even a minute, just a few seconds. And it really adds such an aromatic component to the dish. And that thing sticking out there is that thing sticking out there is green bean, a green bean hook, and then there's the squid tentacle, and it is brushed with bootsy. I feel like the Galloping Gourmet. Thank you so much, Coco, for testing on G-Live, because when I get back to the house, I'm going to go to Tidy Labs. I'm going to change that. They'll be going like this to put a light color there, so yeah. But you remember, right? I mean, you saw him growing up, right? Yeah, he did, but I mean, come on. I could be the new Galloping Gourmet. I mean, just like they say, King Solomon said there's nothing new under the sun, right? There really is nothing new. But seriously, you remember him. I mean, he was really fantastic. He was great. And he always would sit down at the end and they would show, the close-up of his face. He would be like this. He would be eating the food and going like... Incredible. What was his name? Graham something, I forget. So they would show this close-up of his face, and he would be having these like throes of ecstasy. And the women in the audience are looking at him. They're looking like this. They're going like, don't know what to make of him. Definitely a pioneer. The Galloping Gourmet. And the cool thing is, there are quite a few videos of his on YouTube, and he's worth watching. And the thing of it is, right? The thing of it is he's an accomplished chef. He wasn't just like, some guy with a mobile phone. I mean, he's a real chef, and legitimately cooking those dishes. Of course, it was edited, but man, at the end, the whole point is, it was entertainment. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I was just thinking that. You took the words right out of my mouth, because the thing is, it wasn't until something like, what was it? Oh yeah. You are so dead on with that analysis, because the Food Network didn't really gain traction until the late 90s, right? Yes. I'm sure they did, yeah. I don't think you can. I know what you mean. Sorry, Dean. Their lawyers probably told them to put that in there, so somebody could be held liable for saying something live they thought that they could erase. Who knows? But yeah. What I was saying was the Food Network didn't really gain traction. If you guys remember the Food Network in 1999, that was the heyday with the Fuji TV. The Fuji TV show from Japan that was dubbed in English, Iron Chef, the original one, which I'm sorry, there is absolutely no comparison to the new versions. Yeah, well, the original Iron Chef was the one. That was it. I don't know why, but Vietnamese seems to be a language that has to be shouted rather than spoken. The original Iron Chef was on in '95, and that was the heyday, the beginning, right, of the Food Network. If then, or even if they did replays at that time, yeah, would have been it. But yeah, you're right, Coco. He was ahead of his time. He was really a groundbreaker, a trendsetter, and that's good. You know, I completely forgotten about my toothache. It's amazing. All right. I don't know what's going on. He's getting ready to cook something. You guys want to watch him cook something? Oh, you've never seen it? Iron Chef is really good. It's an excellent program. Excellent program. Wow. Well, 他们要看我吃东西啊。This happens sometimes, though. Oh, it bothers me. I got to work on my personality. All right. Well, I think with that, actually, it's time to go anyway. Apologize for the little outburst. I think that's the only time I ever said anything remotely like that on my stream. It's not my habit, but it's like, whoa, it's kind of the old personality coming out. It kind of irritated me because he used kind of a slang term for foreigners, you know, and like he was really surprised because he was asking the lady a question about the foreigner. So I just said, there are. Of course there are. So I just said, why don't you ask me? And he's like, oh, he's speak Chinese. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I mean, but it happens. And I realize I'm living in, for me, what is a foreign country. I also realize that unless you're a long-termer, most people who look like me don't speak Chinese. And in many occasions, many places, I've actually assisted people who don't speak Chinese, who look like me. Well, there you go. Anyway, guys, take care, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. We're gonna do the Taiwan style peace out. So, yeah, definitely. Okay. Definitely will have fun. Well, thank you so much. You guys take care, and we'll see you next time on Taiwan Live TV. And I'll try my best not to say anything inappropriate.